Lutua la wo wabedo ki Nobert Mao e wo office pa lo wo victim e wo go jolo Mao ki deo mada ma mon magu teki me wo victim jo magu kar ki lweny ko malo me Uganda gu per yen ga tam bedo ki ping ni wek Mao wot iye. Kwon la wo Mao lok me choko chwiny dano ma yam gi karo ki lweny ma tek tutwale in Northern Uganda.
Don't get you look at it again. You love to get a man. Now you're down to Pilum. No, the American way, my lord, to you and Melway. Don't hear of one dear, my dear. Again, the man is a year let you pull you down to King. Down for Yaran. You will get the enemy. I will be an enemy. Again, the commander villain, pick up going down, give me welding, you think for them. And so, going in on the guy here, give me the car, this certificate. He rolled down, he lowered party in the game of graduation. And I'm about this certificate, can you put your point here to me, Sarai? Can you put your 50 bow here to me, 50 bow?
Kwone no bele nyik loke mukene mukaro ogudu yo me konyo jo magu karo ki pego ni kon wan journalist la wo wabedo ki kare me penyo ne ma pere tek tutwale pian gu kuoro pe kar malach no mira dano magu karo ki lweny e kumalo me Uganda umira gunong olo to chul mo.
Your support, the support of the local towards the argument that you have been explaining to them?
I don't think the support should be measured in terms of the agreement. It should be support for the content and the support for the desire for peaceful change, the support for national reconciliation, the support for national dialogue. Many of the people were victims of a misrepresentation of the cooperation agreement because Ugandans are so confused and the political leaders are so small-minded and cheap. They think anyone who sits with President Museveni is negotiating a price to be bought. But as everybody knows, I was offered the ministerial position in June 2021. I didn't take office until after 1 year. A greedy person cannot wait for 1 year. So I'm impressed that this time in Acholi, generally there's a favorable disposition towards President Museveni. And many people have accepted that he owes our community a lot. And he has an obligation to keep the many promises that have been unkept. And the cooperation agreement is the only transparent way of one political party talking with another. And like I said, when I entered the government, I left the door open. There are many political parties that are now in talks with the NRM. And the next government is going to be a government of many colors. You wait and see. and many people are going to eat their words. We are going to have all the colors. We are going to have red, we are going to have yellow, we are going to have blue, we are going to have green, purple, everybody. For instance, in La Ropege, I think virtually all the candidates are speaking positively about President Museveni. It doesn't mean that he is beyond criticism. After all, even a leader you support should always improve. So the cooperation agreement is a new idea that many people had misunderstood. But once you look at it as a gateway to a government of national unity, which is the only way to have peaceful change in Uganda, then you can support it without any fear.
And lastly from me, today you're here meeting the war victims, and for over the years they have been advocating for the transitional justice policy that is lying in Parliament, and I believe this is under your dockets. As you're here, what should they expect?
The transitional justice policy was already passed in the cabinet, and it was even launched. But there is no transitional justice bill in Parliament yet from the government. We need a law on transitional justice, and in that transitional justice bill, I have added 3 new ideas. The first one is to establish a national dialogue commission, national reconciliation commission, and also a war victims compensation fund. We do not want things to do with compensating war victims, for instance the cattle in Teso, Langwa and Acholi, to be just under a ministry. We want there to be a fund which is managed. So we need a special purpose vehicle to deal with war victims. If it is under a ministry, it may be as confused as it is now. But the transitional justice bill is under the docket of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. I've requested the President to move it to the Ministry of Justice so that it comes where there is greater political will. Because I think the Ministry of Internal Affairs has not prioritized it, despite the President announcing in 2021 that that is one of the priority bills. But the 5-year term is ending and government has not tabled the bill. Mainly because those who committed atrocities are very apprehensive. Transitional justice requires truth-telling, and there are many people in this country who cannot stand the truth. But we have got to prepare them so that they understand that telling the truth is the foundation for a reconciled nation. Thank you.
Ka mego la nam stella bene lok ma ketika lok ne kume ma o chiero matek ma de kon waje ni kirwa en bene ketika lwen e kume chi la mego la nam stella la nam obed ma chunye tek pian lobo ni o miera dano bene ke lwen e kume.
La memoria lo organi insomma che dica rorone con stella lì stella lo che poi anche che cumi guai tu ma bene bene perché vuoi tu mi andare chi in corma in da me che vuoi bene che ti io ya andare a ele che me la ye per maniera di dire ni tu ma tu e ma che le io che me che ero mo e Indo no ba joy ni kara mo miel ke be ko ye enjo ma akiyo kono ngata ki e mero pare don kono da ma diga woti ni jaji come kono kino ki kono mon to kono mon yero i ke be ko ye don e gana ti bo doni o mete ki ripe bene po luo jo ma diga a ki komuni wa jo mo no rumo ka ngeteju you have been here to study. And what I done, no, young Malay, I don't know that I will do. Chakano malaika matek mada maruba tuyo. Chakano dinoni Lucifer. Eto manong kene mono doyo mewan chamukayo. Komatit pa gorda tuyo. Dimirine tu chamukiemo.
Ikone loke mukene Oguru elok me beru machalo entiga meru chung me beru la member of me parliament. Ipeje la road division. Kun wachini itiga metene enong kero mati kakichwale NP beberu MP apia beberu MP mano tiki kero mano twer dor or parliament mabe mada kum lok dong kore ki kore.
Anda logo machalo minister mapela chung. Nane na wetu wo aponga ki MP apia ni. MP ma minister. Almeno ye kote la ropeje. Ero jale. Kitibu ne wen no humu kumachole mo wen. Queen yeni warpe karo. Lakini kama very deeply debate jomono wakingo ante wa warpe karo kui. Ante awile jumo mo wajere mekoro. Ero mogo ki waja ero no kingeni kwegi pekaro. Tumuna ini bene. Yete kiero logo Uganda. Lok mato beber kiere mo api no kiera kimi. Baka miero jaro mayogo yogo. Kai mwana tiki memba me parliament. Era kiera nero. Loke weng kwego kocha sanya nero. Ano berarti wakmata para begini wani dua-dua ini. Maka ikanla iyo tamani ubet kigera edok ni dol. Ingeyo kan aka ujung dewi parliament. Beda macime. Kiwa ni consequences for you. Karma kita dana pengen gulmul sekali. Eloni era ya poa an kilu chumo ken we wana wa kimi big is big donc big is big yero nene ki pero mame bueni ana ni an mabe doi na de mo ke ken enjoy karjani ono gina pera je ene me joko pari chancho a winyu da ko meri logo no kapol ene tije mo ma mier pe timo ye pero ja uiro mo kai loke ye ke lo kilo mo ka de wi mo ko melu tena ma biro da wa ni mo e wiro e kuku.
So, Mego, from what Mao explained today, does this coming here brings some hope in your face as victims?
Thank you so much, really. Thank you for today. I thank God for the gift of life. I am by the name and I'm Stella Angel, the director of the War Victims and Children Networking. I am so happy today for our Minister of Justice. As a minister, at least as a victims of Northern Uganda, we are very happy because ever since we have been calling different leaders to come and talk to us, a leader of the government and the leaders, member of parliament. We have many in actually sub-region, not only Gulu. But at least today, yesterday, I talked to our minister. I've been communicating for 1 week. But I thank God just yesterday in the evening time, he said, yes, my daughter, I will come today to meet with our people. As a director, I am very glad for him. What we want from our minister, she's still Minister of the Justice. Ghana is silent. We came back home. what we want from the government. Transitional justice policy, they've been advocating for the last 20 years. Since in the parliament, I've been moving all the time, taking victims in parliament, even parliament itself. The first motion resolution passed by the late Jacob Olang. But up to now, there's no anything concrete to address the issue of the victims of Northern Uganda. We appeal to the Minister of Justice that at least as a victims of Northern Uganda, what we wanted um, to at least to take our people who still have the injury in their body. And at least we have some things where the victims can feel that if they give any different money to the association of the victims, they will be able to go and do some things in the market, to go and do some things for the life being every day. Since victims return back home, even our president, he never addressed even one day to come to say victims, we are sorry for what happened. After today, as representative of the victim, we are requesting our president to come and meet with us. And what we want from a president, we want a president should give us at least some support to the victim. Many has passed on. They have the injury because of the earth life. Some others, they are taking their life. So I'm appeal to the president of Uganda, please, you move all round, but our association as a victim, you never visiting us. We wanted to meet you, but it is not easy. The people, the leaders who around you, our president, they cannot allow us to go and meet you. But as a victims of Northern Uganda, we want to come and say thank you for welcoming us, and at least put some things, honor us as a victims. We have been suffering a lot. Some other victims staying in captivity for the last 20 years. But after today, there is no critical, urgent things who government put in the table of the victims. As a minister, we said what we wanted. Every financial year, they should put urgent fund to the victims of this country. Not only because we have Mienyoga, we have many programs of the government. We always try with our level best to advocate, but getting all these programs, it is not easy to the victims. That is why we request the Minister of Justice, if the time comes for going to Parliament, they should put every year the projects for the victim through urgent fund. Thank you.
And this victim should be considered as a special interest group. So if this bill can help to make the government come out with a policy so that all the victims, all the war victims and their children would benefit and would be considered.